Menopause got a whole lot easier when I changed this one thing. It wasn't a supplement, it wasn't a diet, and it certainly wasn't willpower. And I wish someone had told me when I was crying all the time, gaining weight, and so exhausted, long before I even knew it was menopause. And it's the exact advice I gave my sister. It started for me when I was like 45, 46. My doctor didn't mention it, and I didn't have the one symptom I had always heard about, hot flashes. That didn't come later. My mom didn't really remember what menopause felt like for her. She knew she had been on hormones for a little bit, and then that Women's Health Initiative study came out, and her doctor took her off of it. But she couldn't really give me good advice. No one was talking about it because we didn't know about it. I gained 30 pounds without changing much, and it seemed like it just appeared overnight. I was exhausted, like bone tired, exhausted all the time. I was crying a whole lot, like worse than PMS, and then I could get angry for no reason. My body was just out of sorts and I didn't feel like myself. But no one was telling me that it was perimenopause and that perimenopause could actually last 10 years. Doctors brushed me off and I got really discouraged, thinking, is this the way the rest of my life is going to be? But then I made a decision and it has changed everything. I decided that I was going to be my own health advocate. I was going to make sure I knew what resources were out there, what was best for my body, listening to my symptoms and adjusting along the way because I was determined menopause wasn't going to take me down. So some of the first things I told my sister and a lot of my friends that have reached out, texted me like, hey, what do you know about menopause? Is this normal? I'm experiencing this. Could it be part of menopause? Yes, your body is changing. And there's a lot of symptoms related to perimenopause and then menopause. You are not crazy. Even if the doctor says to brush it off, listen to your body. And another thing I get asked a lot is, my mom had this disease or my dad had that. Is it just automatically in my future? And the cool thing is genetics matter, but lifestyle matters more. Yes, my mom has osteoporosis, but that doesn't necessarily mean my sister and I will have to. They know so much more. There are things we can do now to give us the best shot at preventing that later. Just keep asking yourself, how can I support my body today? Sometimes it's an extra nap. Sometimes it's a healthier meal. Sometimes it's a walk outside. But your gut knows. How can you support your body today? You are not stuck with suffering through menopause. You're not stuck following in the footsteps of your family's health history. The power is in your hands. And if you need a few extra tangible things to do, download my free Girlfriend's Guide to Menopause in the caption below. It shocks me, even though menopause is big news nowadays. There's been several documentaries. If you're on that track on social media, you'll see a lot about menopause. We're finally getting heard. Women finally don't have to suffer through this. But the thing is, there's still so many women out there that don't know about it. And this fires me up. That's exactly why I'm doing this video. I still get friends to this day texting me, asking me things about menopause that unfortunately their doctor doesn't even know. Hormone replacement therapy got a bad rap in the Women's Health Initiative of 2002, and it scared so many doctors and so many women off of it because there was higher risk of things. But the study was flawed, and the science is so much changing now. They know now that hormone therapy can be a game changer for your bone health, your cardiovascular health, your brain health, and how you feel. It's not right for everyone. The benefits can a lot of times outweigh any risks that are involved. And that's why I've chosen to get on it. Everyone's different, so you need to talk to your doctor. But the thing is, you got to find the right doctor. Doctors aren't trained in nutrition. And now I'm finding out that they don't get much training in menopause. Even if they specialize in women's health, they get very little training on menopause. And think about how many women are in menopause. Your doctor might not be the expert you think he or she is. So don't let them dismiss your symptoms. So many women get prescribed anxiety medicine or depression medicine when actually those mood swings are coming from their changing hormones. You have to become your own expert. I believe every woman deserves a conversation about hormone therapy. Not somebody just shutting you down, but someone that knows the current science and the current treatments, the risks and benefits. And if your doctor isn't up to date, then it's time to find another doctor. I've had to fire 3 different doctors before I found one that would listen to me and actually know what hormone replacement therapy could do for me. I found my current gynecologist when I went to menopause.org. And if that doesn't find you somebody in your area, do like I suggested to my sister and go to the telehealth company MIDI. They're a front runner in helping women's health care be available to the masses, up to date in menopause care. You deserve a doctor that will listen and that will know all the available treatments out there so that you don't have to suffer and that you can age stronger and healthier. Dr. Mary Claire Haver is one of the big names in menopause now, and I recommend her book to everyone that asks me about menopause. It's called The New Menopause, and it has so much information in there that is tailored to every symptom you could imagine. And even if you don't choose to do hormone therapy, she gives you plenty of other options. So I recommend as essential reading for any woman over 45 to read her book. The more educated you are, the better care you're going to get. Now, I get once you figure out, okay, this is perimenopause, I want to get it fixed. I want to feel better fast. You want to grab all the supplements you can, change everything all at once. But you got to be patient, slow and steady to get back to where you're feeling good. Now, I do take some supplements, but there wasn't any magic supplement that suddenly made me feel better. I want to encourage you to take it slow. I don't believe in taking a whole lot of supplements unless you know they're actually working. So the ones that I do not skip, the ones that I have noticed make a difference. I'm just going to share them with you, but just know I'm not a doctor. I'm sharing what has worked for me. Experiment. But whatever you do, don't order supplements off of Amazon because you never know what you're actually getting. And invest in higher quality supplements. The ones at the grocery store aren't really that high quality. I'll link below to my supplement store where I get mine. It's worth investing in high quality supplements. Now, the one I absolutely do not skip is magnesium. Magnesium was a game changer for sleep for me. I cannot sleep without supplementing with magnesium. And they say so many people are deficient in magnesium because our soil's been depleted. I make sure my mom takes magnesium so that she gets better chance of sleeping. And let's face it, menopause makes it such a challenge to get a consistent night's sleep. And magnesium goes a long way. Now, the other one I take is omega 3s. We need more omega 3s. We're getting a whole lot of omega 6s in our processed food diet. So you want to balance that out. It's good for brain health. It's good for heart health. So I make sure I take that. And then another one, I take vitamin B12. B12 has really given me a little pep in my step. I notice the days I don't take it, my energy is really slumped in the morning. And then vitamin D3 and K2. This is for my immune health. It's for my energy. I don't skip on this. This is especially important during the winter months when we're not getting a lot of sunshine. A lot of people are also deficient in this, and I make sure blood work shows that this is actually in the right range. So those are some of a few supplements. I have other recommendations, but I wouldn't do them all at once. You want to know what actually works for you and watch your blood work. Does it make a difference in your blood work? Otherwise, you're just throwing money away. Now, part of becoming your own health advocate, yes, finding a doctor that's going to work with you, maybe adding some supplements, but then you've got to make some lifestyle changes. These are the habits that really make a difference in how you feel. And when you listen to your body, you're going to figure it out. What is going to work for you? Now, I had to ditch the diet mentality. I no longer wanted to just eat to get skinny, work out to get skinny. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to have energy. I wanted to be strong. I want to have an active second half of life. I want to be an active grandmother for my future grandkids. And to do that, I knew I had to change some things. First, sleep. I had to really work on that, especially when perimenopause hit. Getting hot at night. First off, I supplemented with magnesium. That helped a whole lot. And then I worked on my nighttime routine. I had a certain routine, just like we did when we put our kids to bed. I had to develop that routine that really helped me calm myself down and get set up for a good night's sleep. Now, even here lately, I've been struggling with sleep, but I'm just dialing in those habits and working hard, because if I didn't and my sleep was a wreck, everything else gets harder. So first, work on your sleep, and then how you fuel your body. Not a diet, but a way of eating that makes you feel your best. I really focused on lowering inflammation, getting rid of your white flour, your sugar. For me, dairy was not doing me any favors. Find what foods are not serving you anymore and fuel your body with higher quality food. Protein and fiber first. And then, yes, carbs have a place on your plate, but they're not the main thing. I had to really lean into that protein and lots of colorful vegetables, because I noticed that gave me energy and helped me feel better. It also helped me finally shed that weight. Then I exercised differently. This was no longer to get skinny. I ditched all the cardio. Yes, I'd been a runner. It never got me skinny. And once menopause hit, it just drained me. So I had to shift gears. I started weight training, and now I'm amazed. I don't even think twice about picking up some of those heavy dumbbells off the floor. I'm lifting heavier weights on a consistent basis. I notice I'm stronger. I'm stronger when I'm about to turn 55 than I was at 45. Start slow, but keep progressing. Keep challenging yourself, because I'm going to pick up those future grandkids. I am going to be able to do the things I want to, because I'm putting in the work to preserve my muscle and get stronger as I age. That muscle protects your metabolism, it protects your bones, and helps you have more fun. And then finally, find that support network. Talk to your girlfriends about it. We don't need to keep our menopause experience a secret. Collectively, start talking about it more so that we all feel our best, and menopause is no longer something shameful or something that we have to suffer through. So what finally made menopause easier? I stopped being passive. I started supporting my body on purpose. I listened to my symptoms, and I became my own health advocate. And I believe that you can do the same. So here's the good news. You do not have to suffer. When you start supporting your body the right way, everything gets easier. And if you want the next step, watch this video here. It's one of my popular ones. It's 5 habits you need to quit after 50. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.